Welcome to Conscious Movie Reviews. I'm your host, Joy Davis, and here to review the sports drama Creed II. 3 years after losing to pretty Ricky Conlon, it took 8 consecutive wins for Adonis Donnie Creed to earn the WBC World Heavyweight Championship under the mentorship of Rocky Balboa. He added another win when longtime girlfriend Bianca Taylor accepted his proposal for marriage. In the Ukraine, Victor Drago received intense training by his father, Ivan, the former prize champion boxer. He was unbeatable, capturing the interest of boxing promoter Buddy Marcel. They would arrange an exhibition fight between Drago and Creed, reminiscent of when their fathers fought 33 years earlier, that ended in the tragic death of Donnie's father. Ivan showed up in Philadelphia to have a tense discussion with Rocky. After losing their bout in Russia, he was abandoned by his countrymen and wife like a stray dog with no food or home. Victor will break Donnie to regain his glory again. The relationship between Ivan and his son is one of family enmeshment. Raised by a narcissistic father, Victor lost his sense of self to merge his wants and needs with him. So Ivan's shame was Victor's to bear. Even fatherly love was not a given, but earned by being a bully in the ring. Ivan made sure that his son stayed true to his birth name of Victor, that means winner, conqueror. Rocky refused to participate for fear of another death match. Without his coach's support, Donnie would fight without him. He left Philadelphia for a new life with Bianca in Los Angeles. Raised without a father, Donnie suffered from anger, grief, and a deep-seated fear of abandonment. According to self-help expert Susan Anderson, grief involves shame at some level. For Donnie, it's the shame of being thrown away, intensified by Rocky's decision to not coach him for the upcoming match. At home, Rocky dealt with a broken light that needed fixing and feeling estranged from his adult son, Robert. Both incidences relate in a symbolic way to how he's no longer the guiding light for these young men. They've gone dark on him. Donnie was warned by his new coach that Drago's kid is big, fast, strong, unorthodox, a monster. It's a balanced breakfast over there. He was undeterred, confident in his head only, but not with the heart. During the exhibition fight, Ivan encouraged his son to break Donnie with power punches to the rib cage, then deliver a final blow, an illegal headshot for a knockout. Victor was disqualified for hitting an opponent while he's down. With no winner declared, Donnie remained the champion. On a subconscious level, the ribs are associated with family and close friends. They serve as your security and protection, like the walls of your viscera. Donnie broke his relations with Rocky, mother, and wife by being emotionally distant towards them. While Victor's popularity grew in Russia from winning a series of fights, Donnie was broken in spirit and forced into a rematch to keep his title. This time it would be held in Moscow. Rocky showed up to offer emotional support. Donnie admitted to suffering from fear and self-doubt, being in the shadow of his father's greatness as a boxer. He also admitted to having lost the voice in his head. Donnie was referring to the inner voice, our gentle guide to a life of greatness. When you get out of the habit of listening to your inner voice, it gets quieter and quieter. A heart filled with gratitude can bring it back loud and clear. Having a newborn daughter who was hearing impaired served as a reminder for Donnie to listen even more for the small, still voice within the silence for guidance. By making amends, Rocky became Donnie's coach again. He would train him hard in the desert where other fighters go to start over, get reborn. Donnie was placed in hellish conditions Like toe-to-toe boxing with a tire, he was ready this time, aligned in body, mind, and spirit to defend his title. Victor was favored to win the match. Donnie made his grand appearance with Bianca singing and Rocky by his side as a team. Within the first few rounds, they traded hard blows, both with enough strength and fortitude to take each other's abuses. What appears to be an epic battle in the ring is really a desperate fight for autonomy from their fathers. In one corner, you have the abandoned going against the enmeshed in the other corner. Donnie's abandonment issues kept him from asserting his newly developing self. Getting trained in toe-to-toe boxing resembled what Victor was used to from being enmeshed with his father. The tire represented emotional restriction where boundaries are not respected. They both had little room to be independent. Even Rocky's son had to declare his autonomy by moving away from his father, creating estrangement between them. Donnie persevered with a broken rib cage in the ring. He landed punches to knock out Victor twice. Ashamed of her son, Victor's mom left the building. It threw him off emotionally. Victor lost his will to fight back while being cornered. This was Donnie's chance to break him. Not wanting a repeat of the past, Ivan threw in the towel. Donnie was declared the winner and remaining world champion. In the end, all of the three sons made peace with their father in a loving way.